talk about to the woman who I usually sad on her birthday because I had such an experience this weekend because it was my birthday weekend. Pretty much my birthday is tomorrow. And I was just so touched, and it was to the point where it felt like a deja vu. Like I almost didn't recognize my life. Like it was crazy. And I want to share with you guys. I want to be a little vulnerable. So years ago, like maybe like I would say even like 5, 6 years ago, and even a little bit before that. Hey, whoever's watching, but even before that, I used to always get depressed on my birthday. Like my birthday was a day where I was reminded that I didn't feel loved. Um, it was a reminder of like how lonely I felt, and I would always cry on my birthday. Like I didn't usually invite a lot of people. Like maybe there were some weeks where some years I invited people. And then most of the years I never really invited people, or I would keep it really small. I would tell myself this story where I was like, well, I don't think I have enough people that cares about me, and so I'm not gonna invite anyone, like, or I always told myself I didn't have enough friends or anything like that. And um birthdays can be very hard because especially if you've lost someone. Like I lost like my grandfather not around the time, but very close, and that was the beginning of me feeling like, oh, like no one loved me except him. And I think that trickled into a lot of things and into my birthday. So this I was always very sad on my birthday, and you'd always see other people like invite, tons of people on their birthday. And then you'd be like, oh my God, like I wish I had that. Like I wish I had those friends that just cherish me. And so this year was different. Like this year was a milestone, right? Because I'm 35, and I went back and forth with having my birthday because I was like, oh, like, and I'm a way better place than I was before. But I went back and forth with if I should celebrate my birthday. Um, and I don't know what happened, but then I, hey, one day I woke up and I just shut up and I heard a voice say, celebrate the birthday. And then I basically got a visual of a list of like a bunch of people to invite, and even the place. Like it was just all planned out. Like now I look back and feel like it was the Holy Spirit. Um, but I didn't know what God had in store. So basically leading up to it, everyone was so excited to come to my birthday. I don't know, I was just noticing things like, when you feel like you're basically outside the experience, you're kind of looking out from the outside. And basically, um, it almost felt it almost felt like a deja vu. Like I didn't know what was happening, and basically, people were um like they were so excited for me. It was like they were very excited, like leading up to my birthday, and I was like, why are they so excited? Like I'm like, because I was okay, I was lukewarm, and then um it just continued. Like they were getting hyped up in the group, and then eventually someone was like, oh, like can we like get you a gift, blah blah blah. And I was like, a gift? I was like, I'm too old for that. I was joking, right? And then what do you call it? Um, but then I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just create a GIF, like a GIF registry. And do you know that they ended up like buying gifts and stuff? And to me, I was like, oh wow, like this is crazy. Like this was before like the happening of my birthday. And then they came, and guys, like I felt so loved. Like I came and everyone was so excited. Like people were just like gelling with each other, and um it was that point where I was like, wow, I feel so loved. Um, and it's only now that I'm like thinking back about it. And I was at church today, and they're talking about like seeing the value in yourself. And there's telling the story of Sarah Proctor. Um, where back in the 1900s, she basically, this is just a nutshell. Like, I kind of seen the preview, there's a movie on it, where she was basically black in the 1900s. So you know how hard that is, but they're required to give her land. And basically the land was like the worst land there was. And they thought there was no potential with it. It wasn't good farming land, but God told her like it was full of oil. Um, but like no one would believe her, and she fought to basically get someone to like believe that there was oil there. So eventually, in a nutshell, they find oil in this like non-valuable land, and she becomes a really wealthy woman. It's just a nutshell. Hey, Gianna. But it was so powerful because I couldn't help but think. Like basically the message was like sometimes there's oil in us, like we don't realize how valuable we are, or like the things that God has in us. And when I was at this birthday party, oh hey Evie. So when I was at this birthday party, um I remember thinking like, could I be that cherished and loved by these people? Like they wanted to take pictures of me as the birthday girl. Like I think it was just such a beautiful experience. Like I felt like I was in the inside out. It felt like a deja vu experience. And they say usually when you have deja vu, it's usually because God's there, right? Like God is showing you things. And I was like, could it be like God used this birthday party to show me how loved I was and cherished I was? Um, and I think I really underestimated my community, underestimated my friends. And this is to the women who like, feel sad on their birthdays, right? And they always feel lonely. And I feel like yesterday was the first time I got to see the fruit of my labor. Meaning, like, it was to the point where, yes, me too. It was just so beautiful because it was to the point where I was like, I saw the fruit of my labor. Meaning, like, I didn't realize how much I worked on myself and how much I worked on building friendships. Because we know how hard that can be. Like, come on, if you're older and it can be very hard to make friends and build that community. And I couldn't believe it because I was like, oh my God, like I actually built the community. Like even when I got the visualization of God showing me who to invite and I wrote it all down, I couldn't believe the amount of people I knew. Like I think I just underestimated this. Like I was almost believing a lie, like I didn't have a lot of friends. Even though like I've been outside, guys, like and it was to the point where someone at the party was like, Nikia, I thought all your friends were coworkers. And I was like, no, like, but I think she was more shocked. Like, one of my friends was shocked because she was like, your friends seem well rounded. Like, you've met them in different places. And I was like, yeah, like, because I've been going to different events and, like going to different, like, social events in Toronto. We have a lot of them and just meeting people wherever I go, connecting with them and just, like, really, like, nurturing the relationships. Um, And I didn't realize it until she said that, and I was like, dang, I did it. Look, guys, like, there were some birthdays where I was struggling to invite like 15, 20 people. And like, this was like the first year where I had to actually, like, dude, I had to actually tone it down. Like, in terms of inviting people because it was getting too much. Like, I think I had ended up having ending up 12 because we went to a restaurant, but like, I could have kept inviting, and I was like, I didn't think I would ever have that problem. And I'm sharing this because it's possible. Like, if you're in a place where you feel sometimes lonely or you feel like, oh, I don't have enough friends, I'm here to say it's possible to find your people. And on top of that, when like a few other people said, oh my God, I love your friends. Like, they seem to like be really real well rounded. And I'm like, yes, they're a reflection of me. Technically, right? Because you're like gelling with them. They have attributes that I love, and I share, that I admire. And like each friend that I've developed, like they're all different, but they have beautiful characteristics. Like, they're go-getters, they're well-rounded people, they care about their solitude. Like obviously some of them are relationships, but they're very big on their solitude and like making friends, they cherish friendships. Like this is what I've been wanting. And I'm here to encourage you to continue to just be yourself, because sometimes we think like we have to, you know we have to be a certain way or according to society in order to connect with people and make the friendships that we're looking for. Um, and I feel like it's like you just have to be yourself, so that way you can attract the right type of people. Um, and also I think it's just important to continue to work on yourself. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of work where you're like, oh, I'm traumatized. Like, I have to work on something that's like something bad going on. But I think it's more so like just continue to like connect with yourself and like dig deeper and knowing more and more about yourself and like doing more of the things you enjoy, because the more things you enjoy, the more the part of you that is your best self will come out. Because the happier you are, the more people want to be around you, right? The happier you are, the more secure you are. Like, the more you do things that you enjoy. Like, people love to see that side of you where you're a breath of fresh air. Like, and for the most part, everyone's like that, like around in that group. And I think it was just such a beautiful moment. Um, and I think there was a part of me that didn't realize like there was friendships on all different levels there. Like, there's some friendships that we're still building, and there's some friendships where I've been friends with people for years. But like, you know, sometimes we could stick people in like certain friend departments, like acquaintances and like, oh, the good friend, the best friend. But like, you'll be surprised how many of your friends sometimes are not acquaintance if you connect with them. If you like reach out to them, they will be acquaintances. Like, if you're making active effort to be very intentional, like, you'll be surprised how people show up for you. Um, and I realized that like God was like slowly like helping me build friendship. It's something I prayed for. So I really encourage you to pray for it. Like, if you've been looking for friends, like, pray for it. And he was building friendships in different areas. Like, when I went to events, like church, networking, salsa, and just simply saying yes. Like, so I'm part of groups of people like to plan little outings, and I would go. Like, sometimes I would be even tired, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go because I want to put myself out there. Like, you're not gonna make friends staying inside, right? Like, even in networking, like the business networking, like for a few years, maybe for a year or two, I kind of stopped like interacting with business people because I just wanted to figure things out. And sorry. Um yeah, like I just but there all of a sudden I felt that pull. Like, listen to that intuition that you have. Like, if you feel drawn to a certain community, like, like a business community, or you feel like you want to put yourself out there, like, listen to it. Like, don't let your comfort keep you like stuck. Like, and I remember when I felt drawn to it, I was like, oh, but, and this was at the time where I didn't quite figure out like what I was doing in business, if that makes sense. Like, I didn't quite figure out that part. And I still went to these networking events, like business networking events, even though I didn't have it all figured out. Sometimes you have to realize that like our life doesn't have to be perfect in order to take the next move. Our life doesn't have to be set up in a way in order to start making friends. Um or start putting yourself out there. And I remember, and actually, you know what's funny is these networking events actually helped me make awesome friendships with these people. But not only that, they ended up being the ones that gave me like such wisdom, or like gave me a word like that I needed to hear, that I didn't even know I needed to hear. So it could just be so powerful um to see. Another thing is like I had to become the friend that showed up, that was willing to say yes to invitations, basically checking in, like saying, how are you? Like, meeting up, like planning things, like being very diligent, because people like tend to get busy. And it also just like investing in people, like showing them that you're intentional and that you care. So one of the things I did differently for my birthday, guys, because I was so I couldn't even believe this happened, but I was so cherished by that day. I actually created like letters for each and every person. And I included a stamp in there. And I was like, respond back. So we're going to be starting conversations, because I was like, what can I give them for like the what do you call it? You know, like little gift bags. Like usually you'll get gift bags, but I'm like, I wanted something more memorable. So I said I kept it short. I said a kind word. I said a kind word, and then I basically said, "Hey, respond back." So like that was a little fun thing. So maybe that's something you want to do, because I feel like having the letters as a component will deepen the relationship. Um and I will get to know more about their lives, because sometimes people get busy, right? From their day to day working, all that stuff. And you don't get to talk to them as often. You may not get to meet them as often. So what I'm trying to say is like sometimes letters can be the answer, because it's such a great way to connect. Hey, thank you, Claire. Thank you so much. I got it done for my birthday. It's a little different hairstyle. Hey. So I'm just talking about my birthday experience and like how I felt so loved. And I was just at the point where I said, like, as my gift bags, I gave letters to each one of my friends, and I included a stamp in there for people to respond back with an address, with my address. So that, like, I'm looking forward to that experience to go on a deeper level. Oh, thank you so much, Claire. Um, and I recommend it to you guys too. Like, if you just made a friend and you really want to like deepen your friendships, or you want to just be more intentional, like start writing letters. I think like sometimes you write things um that maybe you wouldn't even say on the phone or something like that, and you can get to know more and more about that person. Um, but I didn't realize it, like how much God answered prayers when it came to friendships. Um, and it was so beautiful because he just kind of showed me like how loved I was, and like how valued I was, and how cherished I was, and like it kind of showed me like how people are seeing me, like the scope, where I was like, oh wow, like people actually see me in a, like a beautiful light. Um, and it was just so beautiful. Yes, exactly. And you know, I'm sharing this to tell you that you may not be as alone as you think. There may be people who genuinely admire you, but you just haven't deepened the relationship yet. Or you just haven't like taken that relationship to the next level for friendships. I'm talking about friendships. Um, you'd be surprised how many people are willing to celebrate with you, but also do like fun things with you and social activities and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, to the girl who like, to the woman who maybe like they sometimes feel lonely in the birthday or sad, I'm here to tell you there's an other side of the road, and it gets better. Like as much as it feels like it may feel dark like on your birthday, or you may feel really down, I would say push past it. Like even if you feel like, oh, I want to be in my solitude, like I have to admit, like this year for my birthday there was that temptation to be like, I want to be in my solitude and just be by myself, even though I've built friends, right? But I would say push back past those feelings, because I feel like the enemy will use your birthday to like get you down. But it's really is meant to be like a celebration, right? We all know this, right? It's a celebration to another year that you have like accomplished, like that you got to basically, like you're still living and breathing. And so I really encourage you to push past it. And by the way, the people you invite, they don't have to be like your best friends. Like it can be even people that you want to catch up with, like you want to use as like it can be people who you've been wanting to catch up with, or get that deeper relationship. I think it creates like a special bond. Like I think there was one girl where we've been going back and forth on trying to meet for like forever, but I see her at church all the time. And I don't know, she came to mind. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna invite her. Like I just said to myself, I'm like, I'm just gonna invite her, because I was like, girl, like it's time. I'm like, let's just go get this going. And I feel like it opened a door now where we're even saying like, oh, we're gonna go to happy hour and like get the half off apps and like all that stuff. So like it opened a door now because it creates that excitement, and like it kind of opens the door to showing people like what it's like hanging out with you, and like it gets people excited, because I think sometimes when you're trying to meet up with people and it's just so hard to like rearrange, um it could get kind of flat. That's why you'll see sometimes like it dies out, where when you're so busy, and then you must say no, not this time, blah blah blah. But I bet you now it'll be even easier to meet her, because she had excitement, adrenaline. She got to meet people, like my people, and she saw how fun it was, and like it could just be an open door to creating a new relationship because they got to share. in a moment that was cherished to you. And I think there's something about it, but like birthdays can like I think it's like it's just so special. Like people like being a part of that, even no matter how close you are. I'm in Toronto, from Toronto, in Canada. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to share that. Like just don't give up. Like if you're in your birthday and you feel down, like obviously do the work, like do the journaling. Um, where are you from, Claire? Obviously like do the work, do the journaling, do all the stuff. But like I'm just saying like God can surprise you. Like I went into planning this birthday where I got the idea and didn't think anything of it. And it was only to the end where I was like, oh my God, did God just orchestrate my birthday to show me how much he loves me? Like that's insane. Like like it still doesn't feel real. Like it feels so unreal. Like that's it's just nuts to me. So oh, I've been to Calgary. Calgary's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like it's so clean. Calgary's so clean. Compared to Toronto. But yeah, like but yeah, I just wanted to share like my little birthday celebration and like my little like moment with God and how he showed me like just revealed everything to me and just showed me a deeper level of um just show me a deeper level of myself. Um yeah, of course. I always like to share my experiences and just share that part of me with birthdays because birthday's been hard for me for years. So this was like I wouldn't say this is the first birthday, but this was like my most deepest moment birthday. Like I think like for the past like maybe 3 years, it's been better. Like I don't get depressed on that day anymore. But I do have to admit, like I'll share this. Like, but I do remember the day of, I can still feel like there was a lingering, like something was trying to like make me feel sad. Like, you know what I mean? There's like a lingering voice, but I like push that out real quick. So yes, it will try to show up, but you just have to keep on moving and like stick with the plan. And I think you should like people should plan something. Yeah, exactly. And you're welcome. Like I always like to share that part because I know a lot of people struggle with that with when it comes to friendships. And even like birthdays. Birthdays are so hard for most like a lot of people. You'd be surprised. Like I know a lot of people don't even celebrate it. Like I have some friends, I don't even know when their birthday is because like they keep it like on lock because they don't celebrate it or nothing like that. Um Nothing's wrong with that. Because I don't think it's from sadness, it's just they don't celebrate it. But I just want to share from a point of view of someone that went from, feeling sad and lonely on birthdays to like feel having a full life, like a full birthday life, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I will see you tomorrow, girl. Thank you so much for watching and whoever's watching. And I also linked, like, I'm gonna link my friend's reset journal that I created for the people who want to continue to create deep friendships. So it's in the description in the stand store, and then I'm gonna put it in the comments as well. So, all right, bye guys.